The vast emptiness of space stretched before the research vessel, its sleek metallic hull gleaming against the distant starlight. HFY Park stood at the observation deck, her eyes fixed on the unexpected discovery floating just beyond their scanning range. An ancient spacecraft barely visible drifted silently like a forgotten memory. Commander Quan Ryu approached, his massive frame casting a shadow over the young researcher. His multiple appendages moved with dismissive gestures as he glanced at the holographic display. "Another human relic," he muttered, his translator rendering the words with a mix of contempt and boredom. The ship looked old, impossibly old. Its exterior showed signs of incredible resilience. Micro-meteorite impacts dotted its surface, yet the fundamental structure remained intact. No ordinary vessel could withstand centuries of cosmic bombardment like this. HFY's fingers danced across the holographic interface, running detailed scans. Something felt different about this discovery. The ship's silhouette didn't match any known human design from historical archives. Its shape suggested an advanced engineering principle that seemed almost impossible. "Computer," she called out, her voice calm but focused. "Run a comprehensive material analysis of the exterior hull." The ship's artificial intelligence responded, with a series of complex data streams. Preliminary results showed something extraordinary. The hull was composed of a material that defied current understanding of metallurgy and quantum engineering. Commander Ryu leaned closer, his initial dismissiveness slowly transforming into curiosity. "Explain," he demanded, his translator crackling. With a hint of interest, HFY zoomed in on the scan results. "The hull has self-regenerative properties. Microscopic nanite networks are embedded within its structure. These networks can repair damage automatically, adapting to different environmental conditions." The alien commander's multiple eyes narrowed. Such technology was beyond the capabilities of most advanced civilizations in the known galaxy. Humans were considered a relatively young species, primitive by most galactic standards, but this ship challenged everything they knew. The research vessel inched closer, careful not to disturb the ancient spacecraft. Specialized drone units were deployed, their sensors probing every millimeter of the mysterious vessel's exterior. Each scan revealed more questions than answers. "It's not just a ship," HFY whispered, more to herself than to anyone else. "It's a message." Holographic representations began mapping the ship's external structure. Intricate design patterns emerged, not random, but mathematically precise. Each curve, each structural junction told a story of incredible engineering sophistication. Commander Ryu's translator picked up her muttering. "What message?" he asked, his previous contempt replaced by genuine intrigue. HFY pointed to a series of microscopic etchings along the ship's primary hull section. They were not decorative. They were a complex mathematical sequence that seemed to encode information beyond simple communication. The research vessel's entire crew had now gathered around the observation deck. Researchers from various alien species watched in stunned silence as the ancient human spacecraft continued its silent drift. No weapons, no apparent defensive systems, just pure calculated engineering excellence. As scanning continued, initial estimates suggested the ship had been drifting for at least 3 centuries. Yet it looked as if it could have been constructed mere decades ago. Its preservation was nothing short of miraculous. "We need to retrieve it," HFY said firmly, her voice cutting through the tense silence. Commander Ryu, typically dismissive of human technological claims, found himself nodding in agreement. This was no ordinary discovery. This was something that would rewrite current understanding of space exploration and technological capabilities. The mysterious spacecraft continued its silent journey, holding secrets that would soon challenge everything the galactic community believed about human potential. Something extraordinary was about to unfold. The research vessel's laboratory hummed with nervous energy. Specialized equipment surrounded the recovered spacecraft, each instrument carefully positioned to minimize potential contamination or unexpected interactions. Hyun Ki, the lead xenotech analyst, adjusted his protective gear, his hands trembling, slightly with anticipation. Initial scans had revealed something peculiar. The ship's internal systems weren't just intact, They were alive in a way no one could understand. Microscopic networks pulsed with an energy that defied conventional scientific explanation. Temperature stabilizing, a computer voice announced. Quantum matrix detecting external analysis parameters. HFY watched as tiny metallic structures within the ship's hull began to shift. Not randomly, but with purpose. Each movement seemed calculated, intelligent. These weren't simple repair mechanisms. They were something more. Suddenly, a holographic projection erupted from the ship's central core. Complex mathematical equations danced in the air, shifting and transforming faster than human eyes could track. The symbols weren't random. They were a language, a communication method far beyond current technological understanding. Hyun-Ki's analysis tools began registering impossible data streams. The ship was learning. With each scan, with each moment of observation, it was adapting, collecting information, processing. "This isn't just advanced technology," he whispered. "This is alive." Commander Ryu approached, his multiple sensory organs scanning the holographic display. The complex pattern suggested something more than mechanical design. There was an organic quality to the ship's technological infrastructure. Microscopic nanites moved through the ship's internal structure. They weren't repairing damage, they were reconstructing, evolving. Each nanite appeared to communicate with others, creating a complex network that functioned like a living organism. A low hum began to fill the laboratory, not mechanical, not electronic, something that felt almost biological. HFY noticed temperature fluctuations. The ship was regulating its internal environment independently. No external input, no manual control, pure autonomous adaptation. "We're not just looking at a spacecraft," Hyun-Ki said, his voice a mixture of excitement and fear. "We're looking at a living system." Fragments of encrypted data began streaming through the research vessel's primary computer systems. Historical records, technological blueprints, survival protocols, all hidden within intricate quantum-encoded matrices. The ship seemed to be telling a story of human survival, of preparation, of something far beyond simple space exploration. Commander. Ryu's translator struggled to process the incoming information. Fragments of human history emerged. Periods of intense technological development, survival strategies developed during humanity's most challenging times. One particular data stream caught HFY's attention. A mission log, barely readable, spoke of a desperate launch. A vessel designed not just to explore but to preserve, to ensure human knowledge would survive against impossible odds. The nanite networks continued their silent work, restructuring, analyzing, learning. Hours passed. The laboratory staff watched in stunned silence as the ship revealed layer after layer of technological complexity. Each discovery challenged everything they knew about technological development. "It's preparing," Hyun-Ki suddenly said. But preparing for what? No one had an answer. The ship's quantum matrix continued its silent communication. Complex algorithms danced through its systems, an intelligence that was neither fully mechanical nor entirely organic. A final burst of data erupted from the ship's core, a message encoded in a language that mixed mathematical precision with something almost emotional. "Preservation protocol active," the message read. "Humanity endures." Commander Ryu felt a chill run through his multiple biological systems. This was more than a technological discovery. This was a statement, a promise. The ancient human spacecraft continued its silent communication, holding secrets that would soon change everything they understood about technological evolution. Something extraordinary was awakening. The decryption chamber glowed with soft blue light. HFY's fingers moved across holographic interfaces. Her eyes focused on the complex patterns emerging from the spacecraft's encrypted data core. Each layer revealed another fragment of a forgotten story. Hyun-Ki watched closely, his breath catching with each new revelation. The ship's historical records were unlike anything they had ever encountered. Not just a simple mission log, but a comprehensive archive of human survival. "Look," HFY whispered, pointing to a series of fragmented, Transmissions. The first clear message emerged, a mission launched during humanity's most critical period. A time of extreme environmental collapse, global conflicts, and near-total planetary destruction. But instead of surrender, humans had chosen adaptation. The spacecraft was more than a vessel. It was a seed. Encrypted files spoke of a desperate plan. When Earth faced total ecological breakdown, humanity didn't simply prepare to escape. They designed a comprehensive survival strategy that went beyond traditional understanding of technological preservation. Commander Ryu leaned closer, his multiple sensory organs processing the incoming data. The ship carried genetic archives, technological blueprints, and cultural memories. Not just information, but the essence of human potential. Fragmented transmission logs revealed extraordinary details. The mission was designed as a multi-generational preservation project. Each system was built to survive centuries, to adapt, to learn, to wait for the right moment to re-establish human presence. They didn't just send a ship, Yun-Ki said, his voice trembling. They sent humanity's entire genetic and cultural blueprint. The decryption process continued. Layers of quantum-encoded information revealed survival protocols that challenged everything known about technological design. The ship could reconstruct human civilization from its core archives if necessary. Genetic sequences showed remarkable complexity. Not just human DNA, but carefully selected genetic variations. Adaptations that could survive in multiple environmental conditions. A living library of human potential. A particular transmission caught Jaehwa's attention. A message seemingly personal, hidden deep within the ship's encrypted core. To whoever finds this vessel, we are not gone. We are waiting. We are preparing. The words sent a chill through the research laboratory. Technological blueprints revealed advanced systems far beyond current galactic understanding. Quantum communication networks, self-replicating nanite infrastructure, adaptive biological mechanical hybrid technologies. Commander Ryu's translator struggled to process the complexity. This wasn't just advanced technology. This was a comprehensive survival strategy that defied conventional scientific limitations. The ship carried seeds, not just metaphorical seeds of civilization, but actual biological and technological seeds capable of rebuilding entire ecosystems. Comprehensive genetic archives that could reconstruct human civilization from its most fundamental components. Hours turned into days. Each decryption revealed another layer of an incredible story. A story of human resilience, preparation, and an unbreakable will to survive. They planned for everything, Hyun-Ki muttered, every possible scenario of destruction, every potential cosmic challenge. The final encrypted message emerged with stunning clarity. Humanity's greatest strength is not survival. It is the ability to adapt, to transform, to rise from destruction, stronger than before. Jaehwa felt something profound in that moment. This wasn't just a technological discovery. This was a testament to human potential. The spacecraft continued its silent vigil, holding secrets that would soon challenge everything the galactic community understood about human capabilities. A forgotten legacy was about to be remembered. Something extraordinary was waiting to be unleashed. The Galactic Research Council chamber erupted in chaos. Holographic displays flickered with data from the human spacecraft, revealing technological capabilities that shattered existing scientific understanding. Yun-Ki stood at the center, his hands trembling as he presented the findings. The ship's propulsion system used quantum entanglement principles that made current alien technologies look like primitive combustion engines. Each system was a marvel of engineering that defied known physical limitations. "This is impossible," growled Sector Commander Duran, his multiple appendages waving in frustrated disbelief. But the evidence was overwhelming. The human vessel could manipulate space-time at a molecular level. Its energy generation system created power from quantum fluctuations, drawing energy from the fabric of space itself. No external fuel, no complex machinery, just pure, elegant scientific innovation. Jaehwa's research team had discovered something even more shocking. The ship's adaptive systems could reconstruct entire technological infrastructures from minimal, base materials. A single nanite network could potentially rebuild complex machinery using nothing more than ambient atomic resources. The quantum communication matrix was particularly mind-blowing. The ship could transmit information across impossible distances, using principles that current scientific models couldn't even begin to explain. Communication that wasn't limited by traditional electromagnetic constraints. They didn't just build a spacecraft, Hyun-Ki explained, his voice steady despite the tension. They created a living technological ecosystem. Genetic archives integrated with technological systems in ways no one had previously imagined. The ship could adapt its internal environment, repair damage, and even modify its fundamental structure based on environmental challenges. Research analysts from different alien civilizations watched in stunned silence. The human vessel represented a technological leap that made their most advanced systems look like children's toys. Defensive capabilities were equally remarkable. The ship could generate protective energy fields that manipulated quantum mechanics, not just blocking incoming attacks but actually redirecting fundamental energy patterns, a defensive system that was more like a living organism than a mechanical shield. Commander Ryu reviewed the data streams, his previous contempt completely transformed. This wasn't just advanced technology. This was a complete reimagining of technological potential. The ship's material composition defied current scientific understanding. Nanostructured materials that could self-repair, adapt, and transform. Materials that responded to environmental challenges with intelligent, almost organic precision. Communication protocols revealed something even more extraordinary. The vessel wasn't just a technological artifact. It was a comprehensive survival strategy. A living blueprint of human potential, designed to preserve and rebuild civilization under any possible scenario. Genetic archives showed carefully selected, human adaptations, biological modifications that could survive in extreme environments. Not random mutations but calculated evolutionary strategies. They planned for everything, one researcher whispered. The quantum data core continued to reveal layers of complexity. Each analysis showed deeper levels of technological sophistication. Systems within systems, each more incredible than the last. Propulsion technology was perhaps the most shocking revelation. The ship could manipulate space-time curvature, essentially creating localized warp fields that allowed near-instantaneous travel across vast cosmic distances. This changes everything, Hyun-Ki said quietly. The human spacecraft represented more than a technological discovery. It was a fundamental challenge to existing scientific paradigms. A statement about human potential that would reshape galactic. Understanding alien scientific councils began emergency meetings. Diplomatic channels buzzed with discussions about the implications of this discovery. Jaehua watched silently, understanding that this moment would redefine humanity's place in the cosmic community. The forgotten vessel had become a beacon of technological potential. A silent witness to human innovation that would challenge everything they thought they knew about technological development. Something extraordinary was about to be unleashed. The universe would never be the same again. The Grand Council chamber of the Galactic Federation fell silent. Representatives from hundreds of alien civilizations sat frozen, processing the implications of the human spacecraft's discoveries. Jaehua stood alone, a single human among countless alien diplomats. Her presence seemed to challenge everything they believed about her species. The forgotten vessel behind her gleamed with technological brilliance that defied comprehension. Commander Ryu stepped forward, his translator rendering his words with unprecedented respect. "Humans are no longer a species to be overlooked," he declared. The statement carried the weight of centuries of previous dismissal. Diplomatic tensions rose quickly. Each alien civilization wanted access to the technological secrets revealed by the spacecraft. Some sought to study it, others wanted to control it. But none could deny its revolutionary significance. The ship itself remained silent, yet its very existence spoke volumes. Quantum archives continued to reveal layers of human potential, technological innovations that made current galactic technologies look primitive. "We underestimated them," whispered a Xylonian diplomat, her crystalline form reflecting the holographic displays. "Completely and utterly underestimated them." Fragments of human history emerged through the ship's data core. Stories of survival, of innovation, of a species that refused to be defeated by cosmic challenges. Each revelation challenged existing perceptions. Genetic archives showed something profound. Humans weren't just survivors. They were adaptive architects of their own evolutionary potential. Carefully designed biological and technological strategies that could survive in the most extreme conditions. The spacecraft represented more than a technological artifact. It was a message, a statement about human resilience that echoed through the entire galactic community. Hyun Ki presented the final analysis. The ship could potentially recreate entire civilizational infrastructures from minimal resources. Its adaptive technologies could transform hostile environments into livable spaces. They didn't just build a ship, he explained. They built a seed of civilization. Alien representatives began requesting diplomatic meetings with human representatives. The balance of galactic power was shifting. Humanity was no longer a footnote in cosmic history. The quantum communication matrix continued its silent transmission. Encrypted messages hinted at more secrets waiting to be discovered. Technological potentials that remained hidden, waiting for the right moment. Commander Ryu approached Jaehua, his previous contempt completely transformed. "Your species is remarkable," he said, his translator rendering the words with genuine respect. The spacecraft's systems continued to pulse with quiet intelligence. Not just a machine, but a living testament to human potential. Each nanite network told a story of incredible innovation. Diplomatic channels buzzed with discussions, trade proposals, research collaborations, cultural exchanges. Humanity had suddenly become the most interesting species in the known universe. "We were always watching," an encrypted transmission from the ship suggested. "We are always preparing." The Grand Council chamber felt different. The energy had changed. Where once there was dismissal, now there was respect. Where there was contempt, now there was curiosity. Jaehua understood the profound moment. This wasn't just a technological discovery. This was a fundamental shift in cosmic understanding. The forgotten vessel had become a symbol, a beacon of human potential that would reshape galactic civilization forever. Alien civilizations began reevaluating everything they knew about technological development. Human innovations challenged fundamental scientific understanding. Humanity endures. The ship's final transmission read, and in that moment, everyone understood the true meaning of those words. The universe would never be the same again. Something extraordinary had awakened.